What's up, everyone? I'm about to give you my top stocks going through this trading week. Like always, we will talk price action and technicals along with fundamentals. Today, I'll be going over ACTC, BFLY, BP, ALYI, Ethereum, Rocket, RKT, AMC in that order. So, if you want to skip around the video to the stocks that you own or interest you, feel free to do that. So, for ACTC, current price is about $19. I have a 23.50 price target on it. With the purchase of Proterra being voted on June 11th, I expect ACTC to move higher as ACTC confirms a new breakout into a new trading range. So, given ACTC is also decently shorted, 18% of the float is shorted. And it's going to take 4.8 days to cover that. We should see some type of squeeze upon approval of the purchase of Proterra. After delivering Proterra's electric transit bus, first electric transit bus over a decade ago, Proterra has transformed into a diversified provider of electric vehicle technology solutions to help commercial vehicle manufacturers electrify their fleets. They currently have 750 million in current orders and backlogs. Upon completion of the transaction with ACTC, which is a SPAC, Proterra expects to have up to 825 million in cash to fund future growth initiatives. So, in short, with the SPAC merger being voted on next week on June 11th, I think after approval, which is expected, we could see a significant jump in ACTC. And just a quick prediction, I think we run up into this trading range. We break this $20 level, we hold it, and then we over the next coming weeks, we move up to this $23.50 price target. So that's my opinion on ACTC. I own shares, I own calls. I recommend it as a long-term hold as well. So let's move over to BFLY, Butterfly Networks. So current price $13.27, price target $20. Butterfly Networks has created a handheld ultrasound which can be sold for as low as 2,000, cutting the average price by 90%. It's about 20 grand. This company is young, but it is less speculative than most early stage disruptive companies, as BFLI is already selling its product. Given their low barrier to entry and existing products, they expect to grow revenue at over 60% for the next 4 years. This is a long-term hold, and if you believe in the product and the management, it's a good investment. So, however, the pullback may be this pullback, we came back from about 20, 25, $26. So this pullback may be the best valuation to capture the company's future growth, which is less of an if and more of really a when, because they have such a great product. Butterfly Networks is confirming the new trading range right at here at about 13. So it's confirming this new range. I think, over the next coming weeks, we move up to the top line of this range, which is around $20, which is why my price target is around there. So we'll see what happens. I think, over the next couple weeks, BFLY should do well. I think rates drop a little bit. I'll talk about that later in the video. But yeah, Butterfly Networks, I like it. I own calls and I own shares. And really, technically, it looks a lot better this week than it did, the week prior, when it was really just trying to fight to hold this support line, which it now has. So I expect future upside. Okay, so BP. So before we jump into BP, I want to just talk about oil prices and where I think they're headed. I think we're headed to 75 a barrel, $8 a barrel, which would significantly increase the earnings that all these really all oil companies will get. So BP, Royal Dutch Shell, KMI, still like them all, but let's just look at the oil price here. So we've been in a clear ascending channel for over a month now, and I think this continues. We confirmed that $66 support level a couple weeks ago, actually really just at the start of June. So I think that that will continue. We're going into the driving season now in the summer, so demand should increase. We just saw OPEC last week say that they're not going to increase their supply at any crazy rate. They're just going to gradually and increase their supply as planned, which is great for the oil market. That's telling us that there won't be any huge surprise supply coming onto the network. So that's great. And if we look at BP here, we've confirmed this $27 support level, which is something that I've been looking at for a while. We've been talking about that $27 level for a couple weeks now. And now that we finally hold it, I think we move up pretty quickly to this $32 level. And so it's a good stock to own as we continue, as oil continues to move higher as we go into the summer driving season. 75 to $80 a barrel on oil, BP's earnings will benefit hugely. I mean, all the oil companies, but BP, given it has 10%, a 5% dividend and 10 PE, forward-looking PE, currently right now at the current oil price, you could see that come down significantly. So that would be amazing for the stock price. So I'm long BP. I don't own shares. I own just calls. But if you own some shares, I like that as well. I like the 5% dividend. I'm not against that whatsoever. All right, so let's move into ALYI. A lot of bears out there for ALYI. I've been talking to some on social media this past week. But yeah, there's some speculation that ALYI won't meet its July delivery date. There's no fundamental reason for anyone to have that besides the fact that it's a newer company, but they haven't put out any negative news about it at all. So I'm expecting them to come through in July with those 2,000 bikes to Kenya. If that happens, I think we move up pretty quick to 8 cents. And honestly, I think we'll easily go back to where we were at this initial jump at around 20 cents. And that would make more sense, right? As when we ran up to 20 cents, there was no type of deliveries on the way. There was really nothing. There was really very little information on ALI when it ran up to 20 cents. Now that there's more firm support and there's more just firm business activity, you could really expect ALI to retrace back to that level pretty easily, and that's what I'm expecting. And no changes on the support level. About 4 cents is where we're sitting, and really, if you wanted to day trade this around 4 cents, you could. I mean, it's worked like a charm for the past couple of weeks. I've been saying that, but yeah, once we really anytime we're under 4 cents, I'm a buyer of ALI. I think this will act as firm support until the deliveries come. So I'm going to be loading up on ALI, anytime we're really under 4 cents. So that's what I'm doing. I would recommend you do your own research on ALI and come to your own conclusion. But for me, I'm pretty bullish, and I continue to be. So let's pull up Ethereum. All right. And so we've seen Ethereum be a bit range bound here within this range since the start of May. Almost broke out with about a 2,800 Ethereum price. Right now, it would take about a 2,900, 2,800 Ethereum price to break out of this trading range. It could take a while. I'm not 100% sure if we'll break out now or if it'll be 2 or 3 weeks, but Ethereum 2.0 is coming out within the next couple months, which will make Ethereum run a lot more efficiently. So this will save energy. There's been recent looking. There's been people looking into crypto's general energy usage. So to have Ethereum make this proactive move, it's really a bullish sign for Ethereum in the long term, as it's already thinking about energy usage, way before any country or really any type of institution is mandating it. So that's important for the long-term story of Ethereum. And If you consider that DeFi is still happening on Ethereum, NFTs are still around, two-thirds of stablecoins still operate on the Ethereum blockchain. Nothing has really changed whatsoever besides the price. We've came down 50% from highs, but really fundamentally, absolutely zero has changed. So I remain long Ethereum. I even picked up some when we were back here at around two k. And I was sending out some buy alerts. I was purchasing some Ethereum. I think we will continue to move up with Ethereum. Maybe it will take a month or two. Maybe it will take till Ethereum 2.0 is out. But for me, I have that long term view on Ethereum, so I'm not really trading it. I'm just kind of buying and holding. So that's my strategy. Do some research and see if that strategy would work for you. Everyone's different. So Rocket Mortgages. This is one that I bought a while back before it actually ran up to this $40 level. Shout out the Discord. I'm sure a couple of you guys actually remember that. But yeah, with Rocket Mortgages, you know, we're really sitting at a crazy cheap PE right now, under one, which technically means that it's actually about zero point 0.6. So for every dollar they make, every dollar of earnings that Rocket Mortgages is able to make, investors are only willing to pay 60 cents for that, which is a pretty ridiculous discount considering the current market environment. The S&P 500 is about 20p. Like that's one of the most popular indexes, and it trades at about 20 times earnings. So for every dollar of earnings, investors are willing to pay $20 in the general market in the S&P 500. So if you consider that Rocket Mortgage is trading significantly lower than the market, and I think it has some pretty good growth potential long term. I'm pretty bullish on Rocket Mortgages here. I like it as a long term position, but I'm currently trading some swing. I'm swing trading some options around a technical pattern that I believe is forming here. So I think a cup and handle is forming here, and we haven't broken out yet, but we are just right on that $1970 support level. So you could even throw away the cup and handle. We're on a pretty significant support level here. So I think that support holds. I think the cup and handle does play out over time, and we will work up to this $23, $22 price target on Rocket Mortgages. And shout out to the Discord. If you're in the Discord, you would know that I put out some options on Friday. Stock traded up to about $20, so you could have locked in some profits if you wanted to. I'm holding into the next couple of weeks. My option, I think, was 7.3, or it was into next month was the expiry. So if you're interested in joining the Discord to get my option alerts, the link is in the description, and I would really appreciate it if you check it out. If not, no worries. So, I mean, how could I not cover the most talked about stock in the market right now, which is AMC? This stock squeezed as high as 72 from about 13 just weeks ago. Personally, I had bought AMC calls, AMC $2 calls back in January. It was more of a call on the reopening than it was on any type of short squeeze. And just to validate that, I do have a screenshot of those calls. So this is me back in January. I did close out the position. I closed out when it was trading around $20, 18. Yeah, so around this level. It's pretty tough to predict, when these stocks will squeeze. So I just figured it would be a good time to lock in some profits. Don't have any hate or negativity on anyone buying AMC. I really respect the movement more than most. So I support that. I did sell my calls. I don't own any AMC, just for full transparency. And I do want to caution anyone who is considering jumping in on AMC now. as we sit, what, 50 bucks, and we moved pretty quick, right? So that's a kind of crazy valuation. I would say be careful, because the chances of being a bag holder when it's all said and done have increased greatly in the past 2 weeks. So if you love AMC, I'm not hating on you, but maybe wait for a pullback. It's sometimes the market can be as simple as buying low and selling high. You really don't want your emotions to get in the way of good logic. And buying at this, if you bought at 70 bucks, I feel bad for you, because honestly, that's just too much. That's You don't want to jump in on a trend once it's already formed. You want to be proactive with your investing. You don't want to be reactive to you don't want to make investment decisions as a reaction to pure price movement. I just don't like that. If you want to look at the short interest and make an investment based on that, that's a little different. But it's a pretty risky investment as it stands right now. If it came down in price a little bit, I would get it a little more. Personally, I'm not invested. I'm not hating on it though. I respect everyone's decision. Definitely do your own research, and AMC in the long run could do well. When I had bought it around, it was trading around $2 back in January. From here, I'll show you from that for those options. So that was more of a play on it not going out of business. Of people eventually going back to movie theaters, which is happening, and really the stock price really isn't trading on that, right? It's trading on short interest and social media and all that. So be careful, be cautious. I would recommend, you wait for a pullback if you like it. If not, though, if you want to jump right in, um, do your thing, go for it. Personally, I don't own any AMC. I've sold all my calls, but I respect anyone who is willing to take a chance on a high conviction name for them. Not for me personally, but if that is your situation, I respect it totally. So I'm gonna end it there. If you got anything from this video, I would appreciate it if you liked it. If you subscribed, that would be awesome too. And definitely check out the Discord below. I have a link in the description, and I just put out my option alerts there, my stock alerts. I update, each day at least. I'll send out, at least 2 or 3 alerts. So links in the Discord. It's about $25 per month to become a member, but there's a free side of the chat which will give you kind of my market updates. It won't tell you exactly what I'm trading, but it will give you a good amount of information. So and that's all for free. So definitely join below in the Discord, and hope you guys got something out of this video, and I'll see you guys next week.